my loves, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So I am back. I have taken an unexpectedly long break, but I also wanted to wait for the energies of the special announcement to calm down a little bit, to settle a little bit before I do a series of new readings. So today we're gonna have a look at the energies of each member until like for the rest of 2022. So from now until the end of this year, we're gonna have a look at the general energies, and then we're gonna have a look at what area that they need to focus on in the next 6 months, more or less. We are not gonna do it in the fountain order or the age order anymore. I have the 7 cards here, and I'm gonna randomly pick one to see whose energy is coming through for this reading today. And also I needed to say that I kind of saw the announcement coming, so it wasn't a surprise for me, and I was really calm throughout the whole period, and I knew that it's all for the better. It's good for them, both on personal individual level and on the group level as well, and it's just inevitable for them to take that step. And honestly, I'm very, very happy with that development, and also obviously very excited for what's coming next. I also picked up on the energy. If you've watched my period readings, previous reading, especially the one on J-Hope and his solo project, I kind of picked up on the energy of Jack in the Box, and every time I read anything related to that release, I have chills all over, because I was like, this is exactly what I saw coming. So that's exciting. Okay, let's see whose energy is coming through today, and we're gonna have a look at their second half of 2022. Oh, Taehyung V. It's great because I just watched his blog yesterday. Alright, excited. I'm gonna use this one for the overall energy, and this one for the areas that he should be focusing on. We also gonna have 5 oracle decks to go through, so I think I'm gonna shuffle cards off the camera and show you, just so that we save a bit of time. I'll be right back. Alright, so we've got the cards here for the rest of 2022 for Taehyung V. So we're gonna have a look at the overall energy of the next 6 months for Taehyung. The first one we have here is 6 of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Hierophant, I don't even know how to say this word, in the upright position, and then we have the King of Swords in reverse. So what I think, what I'm seeing here is the next 6 months is a period of learning for Taehyung. I don't see a lot of, I mean, the learning that is happening in the next 6 months is very crucial for him to develop regarding his passion, his inspiration, also his thinking, and his overall knowledge of the work that he's doing. It contributes a lot to him as a person, not just an artist, but as a person. I think he's turning to multiple people who has a lot more experience, diverse experience. So like they could come from different fields, different areas, they could work with different genres, and he learned, and Taeyong learns from them all to, you know, to take a little bit from everyone and make it his own. I just see a period of intense learning, and the Six of Wands in reverse telling me that Taeyong is feeling very humble despite of everything that he has achieved as a group. When it is only him, he feels very humbled, and he feels that he has so much to learn. All the fame, all the awards, all the achievements, when it boils down to himself as an artist, as V, as Kim Taeyong, he feels like he still like a lot. And that's where he's really excited to learn. And he does so in silence, like it's all backstage work. I don't think he's gonna talk a lot about it. I don't think we're gonna hear a lot about it. But after watching his vlog, I know that he mentioned that he had meetings with a lot of, like, different directors, and trying to figure out how to shoot his new MV and so on and so forth. I think that is just, like, the tip of the iceberg, and he's learning a lot. He's making a lot of connection. He's growing a lot, and he feels so small. He feels like he knows nothing, and there's just so much to learn. He feels like he's swimming in the sea. There's a little bit of overwhelming feeling representing here, but it's not in a bad way. It's in a good way that stimulates his passion, inspiration, and, like, urging him to learn more, to swim faster. So the next 6 months, Taeyong is gonna learn, just focusing on learning and discovering new things. Okay, so let's have a look at these cards to see which area or areas that Taeyong needs to focus on moving forward until the end of the year. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse, so his well-being, his emotions, his just peace of mind. I think it probably because he's overwhelmed by everything that he wants to learn, wants to develop, and also the sense of, oh my god, I have been doing this for 10 years, but I know almost nothing when it comes to all of these new territories. That puts a little bit of anxiety in him, but not, I don't think it's a serious matter. It's just, it's natural when we try to learn new things. We kind of feel a little bit incompetent. It's not that we are incompetent. You just you feel that there's so much to take on, and you might not be able to take all of this thing all at once, but it's just a natural, a natural feeling. The next card we have here is the Ten of Pentacles. It totally makes sense when these two cards comes out together. The Nine of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position. Whenever Taeyong feels overwhelmed and uncertain and unsure about himself, he can focus back on what he has done, what he has achieved, even to his pet, his family, his material possessions, his home, his ground. He has built a foundation stable enough. He has built his own sanctuary that is safe enough for him to, you know, draw back in whenever it is a little bit overwhelming outside. If you know what I mean, he can always focus back on what he has achieved, the foundation that he has built, and it's a very, very solid foundation. And the feeling of home, I guess he can always come back to his members as well, because they do represent the feeling of family to him. He can always come back to his family. So these two comes hand in hand, like the grounding energy of the Pentacles cord suit. What am I saying? You know, balances out the flowing energy of the cup suit. So whenever Taeyong's feeling a little bit swaying in his emotions, he has people, things around him, or even like songs that he has written to calm him down, to reassure him that he has a solid foundation to step up, to move forward. So that is very nice. And yeah, definitely Tani. Tani is a good, you know, source of calmness to Taeyong, I say. And then we have the Eight of Cups. What he needs to focus on with the Eight of Cups, I think, that Taeyong wants to do a lot of things at the same time. He wants to present so many aspects of himself, so he wants to try so many different, say, genres, or I don't know, arts, like types of expressing art. I don't know, I'm not an art expert and I like the word for it, but I do feel like this card is telling me that in the next 6 months Taeyong needs to focus on just a few things that he's really good at, he's really comfortable with expressing, he's really comfortable with making, producing, indulging in those things, rather than, you know, looking at the moon and wishing that, oh, I could have done that, I could have done better, I could have tried the other thing. Yeah, instead of, you know, daydreaming about all the things that he could have done, he can just focus on the journey that he has already started. You know, this man, he stopped on his way just to marvel at the moon so far away that he forgot about walking the path that he has already started. So I think Taeyong needs to like turn his focus back on, you know, the album that he's already worked on, like he's almost finished it. But he said that he felt like there's always something missing, and that thing is the moon. It's the moon in this card. He's looking at it, wishing that he could take it down and put it in his album. But, you know, the moon is just metaphorical, and we cannot physically take it, but we can take the feelings when we look at the moon and transform it into something of our own. That is how, I don't know, that's just how, it's just such a weird message, but that's what they're giving it to me right now. It's like, instead of looking at other people's work and wish he could do the same, he could convert his feeling, transfer his feelings when he looks at other people's work into his own. It's like turning it into something of his own, and pick up his steps, space. What's the word? Pick up his pace and continue on his journey. He's so close. He's very close to the Nine of Cups. Oh, and we have the Nine of Cups in reverse here. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. It's because he stopped and spent too much time marveling at the moon in the Eight of Cups here. That's why his Nine of Cups is in reverse. Okay, so his focus is definitely gonna be on the things that he has done, on the things that on the journey that he has already started, on everything that he has already accomplished or finished, completed. And he only has 1 or 2 more steps to take before he reaches the final journey, which is, I think, the completion of his album and the release of it. Okay, that makes total sense. Okay, let's have a look at the oracle cards now. The first one we have, step out of your comfort zone. I think this makes sense when it comes out after all these cards, because you know, the Eight of Cups, when he sat there, when Taeyong sits there looking at the moon, it feels nice. It is his comfort zone, I think. But I think this card also talks about, you know, just try new things, to do it, encourage Taeyong to do new things, focusing on what he has done, but also, as I said, the metaphor that they gave me before regarding, you know, turning the emotions when Taeyong enjoys other people's art into his own art. I think that is stepping out of his comfort zone in a sense. And also because he's learning a lot in the next 6 months, he has to step out of his comfort zone to, you know, implement the things that he has learned into his new art. So I think possibly he will change his track list again. For the album, he will put 1 or 2 new songs on the album within the next 6 months, or, you know, change the idea how to film his ambience and things like that. And then we have time for beginner mind. I mean, they all go these cards. They all go together. Step out of your comfort zone. Time for beginner mind, and, you know, together with learning a lot, learning from the best people in the field. It's important to, you know, you keep the mind as a clean slate, so you can write on as much as you want, you can absorb as much as you want. I think this is what Taeyong is being urged to do in the next 6 months, and also to ease his mind. Yeah, I mean, keep an open mind and kind of forget everything that he has learned before, so that he can take on new knowledge. The next card we have here, truth. This is interesting because this card it kind of says that the truth is delivered by the wind, kind of. So there will be truth revealed to Taeyong. I guess it's both within him. I mean, about himself, about his ability, that he will realize that he has a lot of potentials, he has a lot of what's the word? He has a lot of what? Possibility? Abilities? He has a lot of possibilities to try on new things and opportunities. That is the truth that is being revealed to Taeyong in the next 6 months. And also there will be Taeyong will be reminded of the truth that everything that he has built is very solid, and nothing can change or demolish or move the foundation that he has built. It all comes back to, you know, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of unsureness. It all makes sense. Yeah, and I think like Taeyong will realize within himself during, like, along the journey of learning new things, but also people will constantly remind him of how good he is, how able he is, how passionate and creative he is when it comes to his art. So we have that, and then the next two cards we have Imara, where are you being called to journey to? I think this relates to the fact that Taeyong is learning a lot in the next 6 months, and he's opening up a new phase. He's exploring new territories and experiencing things that he never thought possible before. It has a lot to do with his creativity, it has a lot to do with how he wants to be an artist in the future. And also it's connect him to his spirituality as well, through, you know, creative work and learning from the best people. He's having really good guidance. Whoever it is that he's reaching out to, they are really good, and they care for him, and they guide him to a good place. It's like really good guidance. And then next one we have Leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. This is urging him to step out of his comfort zone and just do it. Just try. And he's being supported. He's being guided. There will be no falling, you know. It's all a very, very exciting journey. I still see a little bit of doubt, but this is the confirmation for Taeyong that it's okay to just do it, just jump and do it. It will all be fine. Okay, let's shuffle this deck to have one last card to see how's the next 6 months or the rest of 2022 is gonna be for Taeyong. This one comes out. We have success. What else can I say? Success. I don't know. Maybe 20 is an important date. Maybe he will finish his album on the 20th of, I'm hearing December. Or he will announce. No, I don't think he's gonna announce the release of his album soon. But there's something about the 20th of either September or December is an important date. I don't know where that comes from, but also we have Libra. Libra, isn't it 20th of October? No, but I'm hearing more September and December. Okay, keep that in mind. But nevertheless, success. The next 6 months gonna be very, very fruitful for Taeyong in terms of, you know, learning, gaining, growing, building stuff, making stuff. So that is super exciting. Yeah, I think that's all that I have for the next 6 months, or like the rest of 2022 for Kim Taeyong V of BTS. I will continue to do other members as well. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for, you know, being patient with me. I know I upload very irregularly, but hopefully that I will be able to do more readings moving forward. I do have a lot of ideas that I want to execute. But yeah, thank you again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.